All right. Well, since I say more of anything, right? Maybe more snow.
Who's looking forward to more snow?
All right. It's
The
that
kids who
time of
want a snow
year.
day.
Listen, my daughter's been talking about it since last night.
I mean,
Tuesday, Mom, Tuesday.
a lot of the kids had school off today, so if they get tomorrow, that's just a nice extra long weekend. My advice is do your snow dance, put your spoon under the pillow, and wear your pajamas inside out. I don't know, whatever the kids do these days. Traffic is looking okay for right now. It's going to be a different picture as we get into tomorrow morning. We've got that weather impact alert that's going to be really through the overnight and into especially the morning hours on Tuesday. Snow is going to be impacting that morning commute for everyone. It's not like kind of the last few days where we had more lake effect and it was only certain areas seeing the snow. Everyone is going to be in for some snow between now and tomorrow morning. So we are dry out there for right now. We're not really going to look at any issues for this evening's commute. This evening, you should be good. The drive's going to be fine. Your plans are going to be fine. No issues there. We're at 32 degrees right now out towards Hopkins. Winds are much calmer. They're calm even, which is great compared to all the blustery conditions we had for that long weekend. Dew points are low, so we're going to watch those as snow tries to head our way. Again, snow is not in the picture for us for right now. We've got plenty of clouds, maybe a flake or two, but that's about it. The bulk of that snow is still well off to our west. We've got a very large system that's developing out through the plains and now moving into the Midwest. And this really stretches all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. So it's pulling in a lot of moisture as we've got cold air from the north. And this is just a very colorful setup here with everything on the map. But this area of low pressure down by the Gulf is going to be pushing off to the east. There's our trough coming up from there with all the snow. So this is all going to be heading our way. It's going to arrive as we go late this evening into the overnight hours. Snow is going to be ongoing for many of us, especially after midnight, and that means we wake up to snow already on the ground and on the roads for many areas tomorrow morning. And snow is still ongoing for at least the first part of that morning commute time, if you will. This steady snow will push east as we go through the morning. We might get another push of moisture coming in kind of off of the lake there, and that could give us some additional accumulations through the later morning and into the early afternoon. We do look drier overall by the time we get into the evening commute for tomorrow, but we could still have a couple areas where we do have some lingering lake issues. So accumulations for everyone will be the case. So that's why we have that weather impact alert. Plan on needing extra travel time if you're out there tonight, and especially into that commute for tomorrow or any time you're traveling tomorrow morning. You're going to need a lot of extra time and possibly that backup plan, especially depending on what happens with schools in the morning. So we'll walk through that National Design Mart hour by hour forecast. Again, nothing to worry about this evening. By the time we get to about midnight onward is when we're going to see that snow really starting to push in and develop. We could get some pockets of heavier snow, and that could mean some really heavy snowfall rates. That could cause some issues with visibility. One good thing with this setup that we have, those winds in the top left corner there, our winds are not going to be very strong like they were over the weekend and back towards Thanksgiving. So the wind is not going to be an added problem. The snow in and of itself is going to be the problem. So we've got good, steady, heavy snow even falling at 6 a.m. Again, the steady stuff is going to try to work out as we go through commute time. So by about 9, 10 o'clock, steady snow is out of here, but we still get that other little push that's going to come through. That could bring us some additional accumulations and some additional issues for Cleveland down through Akron, areas of 90, 71 even. We could have some of that additional snow lingering through at least lunchtime. And then things do look to taper off a little bit later in the day, but we could still see a little bit of that lake snow lingering for a few areas as we go into the evening. We'll watch that very closely as we go through the day tomorrow. Temperatures are going to struggle. We'll only make it into the low 30s by tomorrow afternoon. So again, as far as snow totals are concerned, here's how things look to play out. There's still some adjustments that could happen depending on where the heavier snow bands do set up. But generally speaking, by tomorrow morning, many of us wake up to 2 to 4 inches of snow, and snow is ongoing at this point. So we could have some additional accumulation on top of that, where we have some of those heavier bands and more persistent snow. We could end up with a few areas that are over 5 inches for snowfall. So we're going to watch that very closely through the day tomorrow. Again, plan on a lot of extra time for the drive tonight and into tomorrow morning. Rest of that Union Home Mortgage forecast, temperatures stay well below average by about 10 degrees or more. We're struggling in the upper 20s and 30s. We'll see some light snow possible as we get into Wednesday night, early Thursday, and then we'll watch that weekend very closely. But for now, tonight and into tomorrow is really going to be the more impressive scenario that we watch closely. Christy.
All right. Glad that you're on it so much, Jessica. Thank you very much.